Hilli, 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 Hilli.
I mean, it's not gonna make a difference unless you fucking both spoken to it all the time.
Hilli, young, no money, Hillionaire.
He's got money. He's working on it.
Hill's taking all of our money.
Hill's taking over one city at a time.
We back, baby. Mark Carney won the election. We're back online.
Welcome to the carnival.
Welcome to Canistan. Because I got caught in a Khalistan convoy on the way here, on the 427 and going on the side street.
I think it should be illegal to protest anything that isn't about Canada. Do
you know? Have you seen these guys though? The Khalistan guys?
Are they the ones that like beef the Indian niggas and they got like they have like
they're all the
sword
Sikhs.
fights and shit?
They're all the Sikhs, but no,
they're seeking violence. Buddy, what they're doing?
They had over the on ramp. They were just filled with people, and they had on the highway. They were like pulled to the side, and they had a bunch of it was like a Charger convention, Chargers with the massive flags, and there was like a funeral convention,
AK-47s on the back window and shit.
You know when you get stuck behind a funeral convoy? Yeah. It was like that, but it was like if like Apu died or some shit. You know?
I never get caught behind those convoys. So I just like rush in front of them. Like,
buddy, this guy was him.
You guys are in no rush to go to the fucking grave site.
They're like doing this out the window, high beaming each other.
Yeah,
this guy almost rear-ended me. I was like, this is Carney's Canada, and I love it. I fucking love it, man.
I've been rear-ended by Indians. Pause. That sounds crazy. Like 3 times in the last 2 years.
I love the Indians. Like, it's just fun to roast them because they're good at taking jokes. That's the one thing I got to give Indians credit for is you can roast them and they like take a good joke.
They must just know, like, yeah, we kind of have a shitty rep right now in culture, so we're getting cooked. Like,
yeah, it's like how white people allow to get cooked. They're just like, yeah, you can talk shit about
White people
us.
don't really allow like to get cooked though. Like a lot of white people get really mad. And they're like, oh, it's reverse racism. And,
but
like,
I mean,
I'm
like
feeling things
in comedy clubs, like you talk shit about white people and like music. It's not like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Usually, whether you're white or black, it's usually fine in comedy places. The only people you can't talk about is the Jews or the Muslims. Realistically, make one joke about Muhammad, and the place is gonna fucking blow up. You can make fun
of like and you can't definitely joke about the Prophet.
Yeah,
but you can probably like if you are one, maybe make jokes about like family.
Yeah, you can make like little things like that.
But,
yeah,
like,
but you can't
actually do about the religion.
You can't be like, yeah, well, like how's terrorism? I mean, Islam. Like you can't do that. They'll be like, whoa.
Yeah, you're good on terrorism jokes. It's honestly when you just talk about like their prophet. I think is when they draw the line.
It's so funny that you can't like talk about the prophet, but like it's just allowed. You can just shit on Jesus.
Yeah,
at any time.
Christians are chill like that. Because Christians are just like pieces of shit most of the time anyways. They're usually
you know what it is,
money.
bro? I'll tell you this right now.
Christians the money hustle religion.
Every religion is like that, though. Every religion has a bunch of people that make you look at the religion and go, these people aren't serious. You know what I mean? Like I have a Muslim homie who like smokes and like premarital sex and does all this shit and drinks. They can't do any of that stuff. They're so strict.
Most of my Muslim homies.
I've had Muslim homies that smoke weed and like, you know what I mean?
Like they do a lot of that shit, especially if you're in like the westernized. Like they'll cheat.
Yeah.
And then Ramadan hits and they were good Muslims.
Yeah, I have Muslim friends that will like, you know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, like let's go to the club, Habibi, and like let's fucking smoke and drink. But like, God forbid a man just offer you pepperoni slice of pizza. Then it's like, oh, all hell breaks loose.
Yo, we were talking about before. Omegle is every
Omegle.
The times on Omegle as a young male, the first time being sexually assaulted by adults.
Yo, do you remember like
flashing you?
You remember Newgrounds.com?
Newgrounds. I remember Neopets, but what is Newgrounds?
Newgrounds was like it was like the site that was like
you played games on it, right?
You played games on it, but they also had those games where it was like you're like trying to get with a girl and shit. It's like, what can you do? Like rub her nipples and like light the candles, get her more in the mood.
Yes.
Where girls were like asleep and shit. And you had to figure out how to make them have an orgasm while they were asleep.
No, I remember.
I was like, how is this a legal game? This is sick.
I played this one game on that site, and it was like Pokemon, but with like hot bitches. It was like chicks with like 3 tits. It's just like very sexualized.
It's like you're like a young guy and you're trying to like fuck like your stepsister and all the other hot girls at school and like some students' moms and shit. It's like a whole teenage boy fantasy game.
It's sick
kind
shit.
Of finesse, yeah.
It was sick shit back in the day. Early internet days of porn, it was like you're just past the era of the magazines that people were coming out of, but you didn't get into peak porn yet. So you're literally getting images on Google Images.
Like the old porn videos on the internet were literally DVD porn.
Yeah, just uploaded.
Just uploaded, yeah. And I feel like back then you were able to access full videos easier.
Yeah, and then that's when amateurs started to hit the scene. 2 Girls, 1 Cup changed the game.
Yeah, 100%.
Iconic video.
Yeah, it was crazy. And like I was so young, I didn't realize about scat play and all this type of shit. Like my concept of sex was like sex and like oral sex, and then for the gays, butt sex. So I had no idea people were like adding food and like shitting and eating shit and pissing. I was like, people do this is new.
But I didn't even know that there was what foreskin was until porn. I was like, what is wrong with this guy's dick?
Porn wouldn't really tell you foreskin. Pretty much every single guy in porn is clipped.
No, but that's what I mean. There's one random clip one time because I seen so much unclipped my whole life, and I had unclipped. And one day in like a porno, there was like someone that wasn't clipped, and I was like, "Yo, this guy's like have a dick to have a disease? What is going on?"
I never thought that. I just thought it was like a design flaw.
Yeah,
like I just thought some guys just didn't have hoodies in some way. Like some girls have outie pussies and some girls have innie pussies.
True.
You know what I mean? That was like my first thought on it. And then I realized like it's surgical, and I was like, why would you do that?
Yo, Mount Rushmore early internet viral videos.
I hate having my dick unshielded in my pants. The way it feels, I love my hoodie. If I didn't have it, I have dry dick all day. My dick all dry in my boxers.
I can't relate. I got fucking ashy dick.
Yeah, and they say it makes your it makes your tolerance better.
I wouldn't know, man. I wouldn't know. I got deprived.
You're half clipped, so is it half tolerance better?
I fucking wouldn't know, man. I only know one thing.
I mean, would I say that like it's sensitive? Yeah, but I think it's supposed to be. It's my dick, so I feel like it's supposed to be sensitive. But in the same breath, it's like either you get your tolerance up or you don't. And like obviously, if you're sleeping with a new girl, your tolerance will be lower. But in the sense of like your tolerance should be your tolerance. Like you should get to the point where you can at least have sex for like 10 minutes without coming.
Yeah, honestly,
that's crazy.
Man. I feel we're just two girls, one cup. Two Girls, One Cup has just desensitized us, bro. It was almost as bad as watching as a kid Two Towers, One Plane.
No,
you know, remember?
No.
We had an era. Think about this. Our young youth.
Rotten.com. Do you remember Three Guys, One Hammer? It was like the
no, the
Russian
BMO Pain Olympics?
Oh, the Pain Olympics were fucking insane, bro.
Wow.
That just like brought pictures to my brain. It's like PTSD.
PTSD.
Yeah, bro. What was the guy fucking hammering the nail through his nutsack or some shit? Just insane content.
And
like,
then you'd make your grandma watch Two Girls, One Cup and to videotape her reaction and post her reaction.
Or the first time someone tells you about fucking Blue Waffle.
Blue Waffle.
Fuck, bro.
Lemon Party.
Oh, the fucking the old man orgy thing.
Lemon Party.
Holy fuck!
You never
Lemon Party's
that
outrageous.
It was like the classic old days when you get sent a link and then you open it up.
Tub Girl. Did you see Tub Girl?
Which one's that one?
Oh, brother, Tub Girl's the worst one. It's this girl. No, she's in the tub and she's like legs up position, right? Like trying to put them over her head. But like it's like mid her having like an enema and just the shit's just flying in the river flow and it's like landing on her face. And she's in the tub. That shit blew my brain wide open on the dashboard. Outrageous, dog.
I remember one time that era, we were like hanging out at my buddy's house and it was like a hockey dad. So like my dad's there, like the dads and the sons, you know, we're all watching like the Leafs game. And he's like, look at this video. And it was just, like, I found it on the internet. Someone sent to me. It was like girls like fucking vagina taking a puff of a cigar.
I think I've seen that too.
Yeah. That was
Everyone
like,
got
this
that.
guy showing us this.
And the video of the girl fucking the horse. That one went around too.
That was another classic.
I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Meat spin?
That what it's called? Meat spin?
No, that was a different one. When you got to just like pretty much one of the OG GIFs was the meat spin. It was just a dick spinning. So people
I
would
didn't
like
see that one. Thank God.
That was the prank one.
That's crazy.
That was one of the ones like people would send you something and you'd be like, you've been meat spinned, and you're like, fuck.
What I would get all the time was the one with the classic big black guy sitting on the side of the bed with the huge dick.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one gets sent all the time.
I got a picture of.
Yeah, he is dead. Yeah.
I got a picture of that guy on my phone, but it's a meme and it's edited with his dick on. He's sitting on top of George Floyd.
That's insane.
It's a wild.
That is insane.
It's a wild meme.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I had to say,
I didn't really care about George Floyd at the end of the day. Like he was a bean that was selling cigarettes. Like they tried to like make it into this like, oh my God, the cops put the knees on a black guy's neck. It's like that's just Tuesday. And like you guys picked the worst example of a black guy to make people try and care about. Like you can't pick some fiend that's like assaulted women before and be like, this should be the face of the black fucking rights movement.
No, that's who they wanted to be the face of it.
But it's a shitty choice.
No,
they should have used Breonna Taylor, who was just sleeping in her bed peacefully and got lit up by boydom in an accidental raid. That's a way better person.
The Illuminati wanted someone that they could tear down.
Yeah, 100%.
So they're like, we're gonna put someone up that we can easily tear back down.
My favorite argument, obviously being a conservative and like dealing with conservative idiots, is people being like, oh, like he died from fentanyl. Like, brother, a fentanyl overdose and being choked out, two different things. You think because he had fentanyl in his system, it made it easier for him to choke out, so therefore Derek Chauvin shouldn't go to jail for murder? False.
When people say that shit, like in a conversation, I'm just like, I'm not a fucking doctor, bro. Like, I saw what I saw. I don't even know. You give me an autopsy. I don't even know what that shit says. You can tell me he died from fucking
just say you don't
rat
like
poison
black
for all I know.
What I mean?
You
Just
know?
say you don't like black people and you don't care about the truth.
But I'm saying is like when people
That's how I look at it.
people get into that, like being like, oh, the autopsy of this, report this. Like, bro, none of us are doctors. Like, what are
Yeah,
we
but I
doing?
watch a lot
Why
of
are me
Grey's
and you having a
Anatomy.
conversation about an
I
autopsy?
watch Grey's, I watch ER, like I'm watching House right now. I'm basically a doctor.
What about Good Doctor? That one slaps.
Isn't he the special kid?
He's not special. He's autistic, and he's actually a genius.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not doing that. It's funny because in a sense, he's just like House. He doesn't know how to talk to the patients.
No, he's the best of the patients. He looks at it like he's just like fucking. You need this now.
You need this now. If you don't take it, you will die.
Yeah.
They're like,
what the
pardon?
fuck? Right away. That's who I want my doctor to be.
I love how they make it like seem like that's a real life situation because there's no way you get a doctor that autistic like dealing with you.
Bro,
like,
I would
They
love.
might be on the diagnostic side, but they're not talking to patients. Like nobody wants the autistic doctor. Talking
No,
to
bro,
them.
I want that autistic doctor. I hate doctors beating around the bush. Like, yeah, we have to see tests. Like, this guy's gonna see it. He's gonna be like, you have a brain aneurysm. You need to immediately go.
Doctors
into
do not beat around the bush, bro. I don't know who
No,
told you that.
they're like, we're gonna call you. They're like, you take a test. They're like, we'll call you. Maybe.
well, that's just them not having the information yet.
No, but sometimes they're like, if we don't call you, you're good. And you're just
That's
like,
only for an STI check.
But that trips me out because now I'm like,
But I always
even
call.
like fracture.
I always call.
No, but I'm
anyway.
saying like that's just like, yeah, maybe we'll talk.
Like,
later,
yeah, we'll let you
maybe.
know. You're just sitting there like 4 or 5 days later, wondering like, yo, am I good?
And then you miss their
And then
call.
your phone rings and you're like, ah!
And you miss the call. You just get a message. You're like, oh fuck, I'm dying.
Yeah. By the way, your
We just
penis
need
isn't
your
supposed to be
update.
blue.
Did you update your address? It's nothing
Yes.
even like medical.
By the way, you need a new OHIP card. The funds won't go through.
Yeah, it's just a reminder. Yo, my dentist keeps will call me, and they always just like be like, yeah, next week you're scheduled for a cleaning, and I'm just like, okay. But like, I'm
waiting
pretty
for
sure I'm
Carter
not
to make this shit
scheduling
free,
this.
bro.
I'm not scheduling this though. Like they just keep calling me, and be like,
Oh,
I'm
they do.
scheduling, and I go.
Did you have braces before?
No, I have benefits, so I think that's why they do it.
Yeah, well, if you have benefits, that's great. I don't have benefits.
the
I gotta
ben-
pay out of fucking pocket.
But that's why I'll go. But it's also just like I don't remember booking any of this. Like
And I feel like people don't want to go get their fucking gums stabbed up to either.
I like it kind of.
So do I, because I like my teeth being clean.
Yeah,
I like the concept of what's being done, but the actual feeling of it, no. But
I don't mind
you
like
know,
a little bit of pain. Like a low dosage amount of pain is kind of nice.
I'm not really a pain guy still.
I don't enjoy it, but like something like that where you're like like a hard massage kind of pain. You're like
Yeah, I get with that.
Like I want to suffer a bit through this massage. It's enjoy more. It
I
makes it
feel
more
like every
enjoyable.
massage once you're past 30 is like a hard massage.
Yeah, it is.
Like your body's just broken, dog. Where there should be bones is dust.
Yeah, I have free massages too. I haven't even claimed it, bro.
That's neat.
I gotta use my
Put
benefits.
me on your fucking benefits, bro.
You use my benefits. You just gotta fucking live by minimum wage. So I think your salary's probably doing a bit better. It's pretty much what it is. Yo, you seen GTA 6 got pushed back?
Yeah, but like, you know, I'd rather them push that back, you know?
Yeah, make it clean. Give us time to finish the album.
It gives me more time to explain to my daughter why I'm not going to talk to her. You know? I'll just be like, yo, listen, like, you're going to be like 2 or 3. How old will she be? She'll be 2.5 by the time it comes out. I can explain to her, like, listen, this game, I've been waiting on it from before you were born. You're going to have to take a year off of dad time. You're going to have to let your mom raise you. Don't ask me anything. Get out of my face.
My good buddy's actually really upset because he planned his girl's pregnancy so he could take his pat leave when GTA 5 got released the end of this
That's
year.
hilarious.
So this girl's cooking up a baby. He was all excited, and now it got delayed.
We always have another
He
game.
literally was timing his baby so he could just sit. He was like, "Yeah, like I think I could sit the baby next to me while I play and like change the
You
diapers
honestly
and feed
can.
it."
Like, when they're that young, it is pretty easy.
That's honestly like
When they're super young, it's blessed. It's just like they die really easy, so you gotta keep an eye on them. That's the main thing. Like babies, like when they're really young, it's super easy. But it's just like you have your baby sitting there, like you say, he's like not paying attention, wants to play the game, and all of a sudden that nigga just rolls over, and then that's it. Like the baby's dead. It just rolls over, facing the couch, is dead. You're there paying attention to the game and not looking over, and you're like, oh shit, Bradley.
nah. I feel like my fatherly instincts would prevent that.
Not really.
Buddy, I did this. So my dog, I have a tiny little Yorkie dog. No, I thought I did. But I had this little Yorkie dog and it sleeps with us. And then one time in my old place, it was sleeping like I sleep on the left side of the bed and it was like right here. And I don't know what I did, but I did like a rollover and I just flung it out of the bed.
Nice.
In the middle of the night. Like, and after that, I didn't land it. It was fine. But after that, I was like, I cannot sleep with a baby.
I was gonna say, yeah, you guys are not good for co-sleeping.
That fucking
No,
thing
honestly, that was the same
died.
situation with me. Like I ended up co-sleeping with my kid because, like, my baby mom doesn't listen.
She white.
She white.
Ukrainian
she don't listen.
white.
Native white. Ukrainian white. All the whites.
Native
All of the
definitely not
white. All of the whites.
Native is definitely not white. That is definitely not the
In
mix
Canada,
right
it is. The
Yeah.
only real natives are in Winnipeg. Ontario natives are white.
What happened with your girl though? She lets you sleep with it? What are you saying?
No. So basically, yeah, she's like, I didn't want to co-sleep because I was uncomfortable, but like the baby slept on her side of the bed, so it was kind of fine. But like, I move a lot in my sleep. Like I'm fucking rotisserie chicken in that shit, right?
And you don't want to be fucking Casey Anthony in the news as a black guy.
Like, it's so easy for me to kill a baby. Like
If you're in the news, they're like,
I could kill a regular person by accident easily. So it's like a baby is just like,
buddy, if it happened, I can imagine the news. They show convicted felon, like,
Yeah, they make me seem like the worst guy on earth. And I'm just
kills
going
his
through
baby.
So much depression for rolling over and killing my kid. Like
and they're just blasting you. They're like,
just like, yeah.
the one that stayed around killed it.
Stupid nigger kills his baby. And for weather at 7 with you, Kim. Like, whatever the fuck they say. Like,
And I would be like, yeah, I know him.
yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I knew that guy. He didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I actually got a song I'm going to drop a feature in.
Didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing.
I'd be clout chasing your arrest for sure, bro.
Well, it only makes sense. You got to clout chase
Like,
a little bit.
Sometimes I'm like, if K-Trey gets shot, like, I think
Jesus Christ.
that might fucking slingshot my career.
Bro,
I'm
well,
like,
slingshot my career, honestly, fam. It would do wonders for
buddy,
me.
let's just fake
I still don't
want
to get shot, though.
Let's fake a Legaz.
How do I fake a leg? That would look even worse. Then they find out I didn't actually get shot.
No.
That's ultra death.
We'll convince a racist cop. We'll give you one shot to a black guy's leg. Win-win. You get yours in. You
and
get
then he
some
just
credit.
dome checks me because he's like, why half-ass it?
No, because he wants you to like.
He wouldn't want my rap career to succeed, so I can start pushing more black nonsense to his white child.
You can Meg the Stallion it. Just cut your foot with some glass.
Ooh. Tory got me. He's in jail right now. Doesn't matter.
How would you play it out if we had to fake for you getting shot? What's the story we go with? We're just doing like a little glass cut like Megan style. I think that's the move somewhere where it's
I
not
think
going to
the
be
best
seen,
option
or a
would be
Trump skim of the year,
to actually shoot yourself and cheddar bob yourself and then blame somebody else.
and like
That probably would be the best way to do it because the shooting is verified. It did happen.
and you're like, oh, I'm not saying nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I can't even tell mans who smoked me. Some crazy nigga. It's me.
it could be any one of my ops.
It's just me. I hate myself the most. So
I would claim it though.
you like said that you did it?
Yeah.
Plaxico Burris in the club?
Yeah. No, the cops should be at my door so quick, out of nowhere.
I mean, I guess so because you are like potentially married at this point. So there's a high chance you're using that gun for evil in your home.
I don't have a gun, bro. I'm pro gun. I don't own a gun. I would though.
Yeah, I mean,
would.
I'm definitely pro gun too.
Like I just don't want you guys to have them. You know.
Who's you guys?
You know, the bad guys.
The black guys?
The bad guys. I said bad.
I'm a former bad guy.
You're a felon.
I'm
bro.
no longer part of Bad Boy Records.
I don't think felons should be able to own guns, but I feel like nice law-abiding
Brother, felons
conservative
can fucking
citizens.
vote. Why can't we have a gun?
Because you're a felon, bro.
No, we can't have guns anyway, though. Felons can't have guns.
Us good law-abiding citizens should have guns.
Only in America can felons still have guns. In some
you
states.
can have. Oh, you can't have guns, eh?
No, I can't have a gun. I can't apply for a gun license. No, I have a record. I have
That
a
makes-
lifetime
that
weapons
makes
ban
sense.
and a 10-year. That's probably done by now, but
That makes sense.
I mean, yes and no. I got my lifetime weapons ban for having a knife. I didn't even have a gun yet.
What about a sword?
It was even a fucking bullshit steak knife that I had in my pocket. They used to fucking cut up all the holes in my pockets. Half time a knife would be fucking sliding through and stab me in my fucking thigh, popping out the bottom of my pants.
You're just rolling with a knife, eh? Bro, why don't
Fam,
you...
Durham used to be sticky when we were kids.
Nah, bro. I grew up in Durham.
Yeah.
I had the
you
best
grew up in Durham.
defense.
You grew up in Durham 2 years after me, fam.
You
I've
know-
had people run up on me a lot of times in Durham. So
You don't think I had people come up on me in the village?
Pause. They were coming up on you, dog.
But you know
Hey,
what I
yo.
did? You want to know my
Hey,
defense? It's undefeated. I just sprint. It always works, bro. Nobody
Yeah, until you get jumped by some Kenyans.
No, but no one wants to run. People are lazy. They don't really know you. They're like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
You just see a
Yo,
guy
bro.
running. You're like, I'm gonna chase him.
This
But
nigga.
for what though?
Yo, remember that pussy boy that we could not catch? Bro, listen. This case, so There are these youths. I should just say their names.
No,
anyway.
don't say their
Don't
name.
say their names.
No,
Because I actually would beat them up in real life.
Make up a
again.
racist name.
But you know what I mean? They probably heard of it or at least heard of my podcast at some point.
Call him SK.
Call him SK. I know SK that was actually killed though.
R.I.P.
No,
TK.
I beat up an SK outside of a club.
Okay, we'll call him BK.
Well, not Mitchell Solis. Not that same SK.
Oh, no, that nigga.
Because that nigga was in Brookside with us.
Oh, no. We dojured a nigga to beat him up.
So what happened with this guy you guys ran up on? Or you guys got outran
So
by?
there was a situation of
White or black that outran you?
he's white.
Ooh,
white.
this is huge for us.
So we went. I'm saying his athletic ability, but that just also shows me that like I believe those stories when they say like, oh, like this mom picked up a car and got her off their baby because fear and adrenaline are so powerful. Because
Head start, though. He had a good head start.
it doesn't matter.
He had a
because
head start,
He
eh?
burned you niggas on the road like I've never seen.
Nah.
So what's the story? Break down the story.
He wasn't leaving me. He kept his distance. And I couldn't
Break
get-
down the story for us.
And then you got tired. He was still going. So we there was this youth. We knew we had a problem with him, and we knew he was at this party. So we knew he was at the party. We came to the party. We're like, hey, listen, guys, we don't want to come and ruin the spot. Sacrifice him. Bring him out here for us.
Sacrifice this.
And they were like, no, we can't do that. So he had some.
I'm surprised they didn't sacrifice him.
I was shocked too. I thought they were going to for sure, but they didn't. So he had a shorty that he was fucking with that lived like a couple doors over. So he hopped the fence, wop, got over there, told the girl like, yo, like I need to get out of here. Tell your mom to drive me, blah blah. So they dipped, right? And then we got word. Someone in the party said like, yo, he hopped the fence. He's at that crib. He's gonna leave just now.
Yo,
So we're
why were you
sitting-
after him? He robbed you?
Yeah, this little white kid robbed me. Yep. No. No.
I wasn't listening.
We actually never talked about why that
That's what I'm
happened.
saying. I don't understand the situation. Like, why are
Honestly,
you running after this
He
guy?
had a problem with one of my young boys, and they're both like in the same age group. And it just happened to be a situation where like we had the opportunity to crush him. No,
I don't
the
understand.
guy who I broke his face, that's his brother.
See, none of this makes sense. So why does this guy? You guys just have beef from pre-existing situations?
No, so my boy who's in that guy's age group, they got into this like verbal sparring kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that guy who he chased brought his older brother into it, and they were like making all these threats to like my young boy.
Okay.
He's also white, right? And they're basically saying like, oh, like, you know, your boy, using my street name, he's not gonna fend for this. Like, that's my boy, blah blah.
Wait, what was your street name?
I'm not telling you my street name on a fucking podcast, bro.
True. Tell me after.
I'll tell you that.
I want to guess it.
It's like, K-Tree's not going to fend for this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not
K-Trey.
gonna offend it, whatever. So, did I crush my boy first, or did we do the chasing first? I think I crushed him first, and then the chasing was trying to. Yeah, so you want to start with the first story when I beat up the other guy?
I just want to know the situation that caused this run chase down to happen.
No, I might as well bring up the beat up story first. So, because at that point, that's when he knew what we were capable of. That's why
Okay.
he was running.
Okay.
Right. So
He's seen you beat up his boy.
no, he didn't see me beat up anyone. It's his brother, his physical
His
blood
brother.
his older brother.
Came back home to him.
Yeah, he came home to him like a fucking wounded soldier from World War II. So basically, what
They
happened?
were definitely calling you guys some N bombs, probably.
absolutely, and I
for
deserved
sure.
them. I deserved every single one of them.
Got beat up, going
So-
home to brother, being like these, you know what?
No, but that's the thing. The younger brother didn't get beat up. The older brother was the one that got beat up.
That's what I'm saying. But he was saying that to his younger brother.
But you know what? He didn't get to go home because he's in the fucking hospital.
Even worse. He's whispering
he had
it,
to
and
get
the nurses, the Jamaican nurse, is outside the room.
Filipino nurses.
Yeah.
The Filipinos.
So, anyways, you beat up this guy's brother. He sees an opportunity to catch you guys outside.
He was just outside at a party. Thought it would be like fine and dandy. He thought like, you know, we caught his older brother. The situation would be dead. We don't believe in that. We're not people of forgiveness. So we want to make sure that he also got a beating.
By association.
No, it was his problem initially. He just got his older brother involved in it, and we whooped the older brother first because
What was this original problem that got this other guy beat up?
the first guy,
Yeah.
he got beat up because he involved himself in the problem with the younger brother and my boy.
Okay.
Like those two are the same age.
All right. Anyways, you see this guy? This guy just starts booking it.
So he gets in the car with his girlfriend's mom, and they're driving down the block.
His mom. Why don't you just take him home?
I mean, she's probably trying to.
Okay.
We just didn't let that happen.
Okay.
So we drove down, we cut them off at the pass, like blocked the car in, and he hopped out the car and started running. And then everyone was with me, was in the car, hopped out the car too, and started chasing him.
And this is a white mom.
Yes.
This is a white mom.
No, it's a black mom. She's black.
Okay.
He's white, but the mom was black, and the kid was, and then I guess her daughter would obviously be black too.
So this black queen was protecting this little white shit.
Yeah, basically.
Good for her though.
We cut them off at the pass. Like, it was crazy. You know, like the boy done pull people over like to the side, and she was like, Because we literally came around and like boxed her in, but it was just me. She could have just reversed.
Did you guys catch him?
Brother, he hopped out
No.
the car and ran. We couldn't catch him.
No, I didn't catch, bro. I thought
And
I
he was
sure I was gonna catch him.
Buggying.
I'm a distance runner, bro. I thought I was gonna catch this guy.
He's fast.
Bro,
He was fast.
yes. He plays soccer though.
No.
He's a soccer youth.
But the thing,
Yeah.
soccer. Is
Yeah,
good
bare
runner.
fucking endurance.
Distance, bro. I'm like, he's gonna gas. me.
Also adrenaline though.
That's what I'm saying.
You have some random black guys coming to beat you up. You
It's not
probably
random.
are going
It's not
into a new
random.
gear.
He knew who all of us were. It wasn't random at all.
But you know what I mean.
you know what I mean? And he knows, once again, he knows what I did to his brothers. So
And it's nighttime too.
I didn't think about that factor. All you see is eyes and teeth. Eyes and teeth. Eyes and teeth.
Yeah, like that guy's
party.
going. That guy's going in survival mode.
100%.
Night.
But yo, I can't lie. Like,
These fans are just chasing.
it's
him.
probably better that we didn't catch him, because if we did, we would have done him nasty. Yeah.
So my
no.
strategy, if I'm that guy and you do catch up, I'm trying to get to a main street. And I'm just letting you beat me up in the center of the street, hoping
That's
a
the
car
best
because it's gonna pull you.
LA was right over there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the move. If you put
Lifetime.
like
yeah.
when I'm downtown, I'm like, if something happens, I'm just going in the street and just hoping a good Samaritan like honks or something.
That doesn't always happen. I remember we got into this fight with these guys outside of the club, and they did the same thing, tried to get
Why
to
you
the
always in a
street and
fight,
get loud.
bro?
And I just knocked the guy out and kept walking.
Bro, why are you always in a fight?
I'm not always in a fight. I used to get in a lot of fights in my 20s. I haven't been in a fight in like 10 years, bro.
That's still how many fights total? You've been in a lot of fights, man.
Probably hundreds.
Probably.
You need to
Hundreds,
check on
yeah.
yourself, brother.
No, it's just like, when the world is ending and all the fucking pussy bitches are dying because they don't know how to fight at all, I'll be fine.
You think that,
I know that.
but it's us runners and us hiders. who will be
runners and hiders
okay.
are not bulletproof, so you can do all the running you want to. I'm pretty good with a rifle.
You ain't gonna catch me, bro.
He only made it away because he had a head start.
Yeah.
And he had fitness. The soccer player fitness, you
It
can't
wasn't
sleep
like I
on.
was gonna catch him. Like I just sat in
Soccer
the car.
player
I
fitness
knew it
is
was gonna
good
be one of those
fitness,
ones.
though.
I just had to drive and catch up, but he was weaving through that motherfucker. He was gone. But like I said, he knew. I fractured his brother's orbital bone, broke his jaw.
And you're just admitting to this now.
Yeah, I can. Why can't I?
Like, am I gonna catch a Rico for just being on
it's
this?
not illegal to be in a fight. It was a consenting fight.
A consenting fight.
He consents to the fight. He started swinging first. I'm just a better fighter.
So how's that work? You square up and like, do you consent to this, bro? Do you consent to this?
I mean, no. I should say I consented to the fight because he started it, so I had to consent.
Yeah, two guys just squaring up, being like, I consent, bro. I consent. I consent.
Well, yeah, that's basically what it was. And honestly, he was beating up my boy first, honestly. It's kind of one of those situations I had to step in and be like, yo, listen, he can't beat it. He's like 5 years younger than us. That's enough. Calm down.
In this same point, in the same city, I'm just probably walking home from Blockbuster.
This is in Whitby.
Renting a movie, Whitby.
It's at Four Corners. Right outside the
Four
bar,
Corners.
outside that bar.
I was at Rodeo. Rodeo?
It wasn't Rodeo. Actually, we were the reason Rodeo got shut down. That's another story.
We did so much.
We shut
You
Rodeo
people are
down.
ruining all the good establishments in Durham.
Brother, hold on. First and foremost,
That was us white people
Rodeo
underage
was
drinking.
letting in 14 and 15 year
That's
olds,
what I'm
brother.
saying. It was our underage
So I don't
drinking
give a
club.
fuck, bro. I don't give a shit. They were letting kids into that bar and drinking. So
I
I'm not
fucked in
sitting
that
here-
bathroom, bro. I fucked multiple times.
I mean, good for you. After I was just saying all the underage girls that were there.
I was underage, bro.
Oh, you were underage, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's where we went as underagers. It was
Yeah.
and it was my girl
Fuck,
at
we
the
got
time.
Smalls in there. We got Rab in there, but they were underage. We got everyone on
That,
there.
that was the sickest spot because you're like, what, 17, 18 on like a fake ID?
Not me. I never went to the club with a fake ID. I went when I was 19 and I could go because
Yeah,
I
but,
was just drinking on roads anyway. I didn't care about bars.
but rodeo doesn't even matter. Rodeo is like
What was
other
this, man?
underagers are going. You're meeting up with there that you know.
Yeah,
it's lit
yeah, yeah.
because
It's-
you're
yeah,
all
it's a bar for
underage.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going down.
So how'd you shut down rodeo?
We got into a massive brawl on New Year's night. And we had gotten to plenty of fights before that.
Another fight. Oh,
We
big
got into plenty of fights at
surprise.
that location before that. Remember our
Did they
one of our
consent to
friends
that fight
threw
too?
somebody through the fucking front glass.
I'm sure
That guy was trying to hit on Sam, and then our friend grabbed the guy and threw him out the fucking place. And then when they asked, like, why'd you do that? They're like, he called us niggers. And they're like, okay, it's fine, you guys can stay.
sounds like another consensual fight.
Sounds like black privilege.
Yeah. Did he call you that?
No,
That's even better.
absolutely not.
That's even better.
No one's actually ever like outside of like being like childhood, like fighting with like other white kids on the playground and shit. Called me that. I've never been like in an adult situation where someone's like, you know what, you're a nigger, and I'd be like, oh, I guess I got to punch you now.
You know what I would try to do if someone I didn't know you and someone like you just trying to pick a fight with me. I think I would pretend retard. I would just be like,
what? You'd be
Kevin.
A lot of people actually start altercations with me. Like you think being a big guy would just be a deterrent? It's not. It's like a turn on for people.
You
Like,
also
take it down.
enjoy the confrontation.
No, I don't enjoy confrontation. I hate confrontation. I'm
You're
not a
very
confrontational person
confrontational.
at all. Not really.
In terms of, it sounds like you're in a lot of fights, bro.
Yeah, but I just like to fight. So when people bring it to that level, I'm not afraid to be like, okay, perfect. I want to fight anyway. It's just a release for me. Because I'm not even like beating you up because I'm mad about the altercation. I'm just releasing anger on you.
It's like a one night stand. You're just trying to,
like
you're just trying to let loose on them.
Yeah, well, that's really what it is.
You're just trying to unload.
I just want to open her up a little bit, you know?
Just trying to unload.
Feel the throttle on the highway.
Bro, you ever thought about therapy?
I have been in therapy plenty of times.
Yeah, and how'd that go?
It was fine.
Yeah, I
fine.
solved everything. What did
I
they
didn't
say?
solve anything. It's just like therapy is for people who have no, like, they have no ability to self-recognize their issues.
What kind of
So, like,
therapist?
when I went to therapy, I was having these conversations like about myself and situations that I was going through, and like trying to describe how I felt like I was in these situations. The therapist was like, "You don't know how to self-diagnose, so shut the fuck up." You know what I mean? Because like I went to the fucking. I thought I was a narcissist for the longest time.
What was the therapist? I feel like, what kind of therapist did you get? Was it a white woman, a young white woman?
I've had multiple therapists.
And what was the best that you've found? Like, which demographic
Black
were
woman.
they? A
I
black
feel
woman.
like
Okay.
people should go to therapy with people that look like them. In general.
Go off.
I think it's just easier. It's just easier. There's a common ground. You know what I mean? And especially as men or black men, like being able to confide in like some random white guy or woman would be weird. So it's like it'd be better having a black guy as your therapist because he's black too.
I feel like I want like like Goodwill Hunting, is it like Robin Williams is like the therapist in that movie?
Yeah.
With, like the genius. I feel like I want that, like someone who seems like they're like a doctorate, like lots of books on the shelf. You know, I don't want like a
I
young
don't want that
person.
young hippie bitch that's sitting there
Yeah.
being like, okay, so like let's do a spiritual
She's gonna be like,
cleanse.
have you looked at your whiteness and how you're
you checked your
internalized?
privilege, your male privilege?
You're like, yeah.
I'm black.
You're like, yeah, I was talking about how I was molested, but okay.
Yeah. You know those scars I have? They were your fault. It's your negative masculine energy. Now rub these crystals.
I met on a cruise with Kat in Colombia. We met.
You went or you're?
We went on a cruise. We came back.
Right. White people love that shit. You guys didn't watch Titanic?
Yeah, I'm not too worried, bro. Titanic crossed from the northern and Atlantic, which has lots of icebergs. This is the Caribbean. You know, we're at the
Like a
equator.
big ass shark or something.
We're
I
at the
don't know.
equator, bro. Anyways, but we meet these two therapists, two gay dudes from Cali. Respectful dudes. We make friends with them because I didn't like the cruise. A lot of white trash, and then a lot of like it was Central America, South America. So you have a lot of white
have to
trash and a
pick-
lot of like Latino.
You have to pick certain cruises, and like certain cruises have certain types of people. on
Yeah,
them.
we picked the wrong one. So, anyways,
wrong one.
these two gay dudes from California were both therapists, and we made friends with them because they're like, oh, okay, you guys are clearly out of place in this like white trash and Latin America fucking cruise, you know. So we make friends with them, and the one therapist is into psychedelics, so
Are they
psychedelic
dating
therapy.
These two gay therapists?
What?
Are they dating? Or they just happen to be two gay therapists. On the
I think they hook up, but they're like just friends that travel, but they also
I
like,
just want to
fuck,
put
you know.
out.
Like,
I want to put
you
out
know, I
that
think that's.
that's actually mildly insane. Like dating somebody that does the same profession as you.
I don't think they're
and then-
dating though. They were like, we're friends. We travel together, but like.
Fuck
Low key,
occasionally?
we fuck when we're
But
traveling
even,
too.
but even still, like you guys are both therapists. Like that's crazy.
But anyways, let me
go
get to it. Let me get to it. This guy's a psychedelic therapist, one of them,
Shrooms
and
stuff.
PTS, MDMA for
Yep,
psilocybin,
yep,
shit
yep,
like
yep. I know how
that.
that shit
And he was
goes.
talking about, but then he's on the cruise. He's like, "Oh, I didn't realize I accidentally packed 4 Molly capsules in my like toiletry bag, and I guess it like got through like, and it's here."
Yeah, no. It will.
And then he's like, would you guys want to do it? And then I'm hating this cruise, you know, kind of thing. Like it's kind of annoying. So I'm like, I don't love MDMA because like usually you get that crash, you know, the dopamine crash the next day you get kind of depressed. So I'm like, nah.
I did Molly last night.
So you know what I mean though sometimes.
No, it doesn't
but
do
no,
that to me.
that's what I'm saying.
But you know what? I also don't do that much.
True, but the thing was,
the crash.
I thought that too, and then this guy's like, no, this is like,
really
we use
pure.
it. Yeah, we use it. It's 100% pure. We
Yeah.
use it for like therapy. You're gonna come up and come right down and like the same day be
be good.
perfect. So we're like, all right, he's a doctor apparently. So like we try it,
Kinda.
and it was honestly so much fun, and the
No, it
cruise
is.
got so much better.
Yeah, it's great.
And it was just like came down that night, had an appetite, ate, was back, was fine. It was just like, oh, I was doing dirty drugs for my younger years because I'd do
Well,
MDMA.
in
I'd be like,
general,
I
yeah,
feel awful
Well,
after.
Of course, that's part of
Just cut with
even
shit.
even well they got to make their money, right? But with MDMA, the thing about it is like they don't really have to cut it like that. I'll give you a little trick of the trade. What you do is you just add brown sugar, and that's completely harmless to anybody.
But it just gives you a bit of a headache the next day, eh?
No, but it doesn't. Because what these people are doing is either in the process when they're making it, they're not making sure it's pure enough, or the people that get it before it comes to you are cutting it with some random bullshit. When you cut it with brown sugar is not harmful to you at all. So you're not going to, if it was pure and you cut it with brown sugar, you're still not going to get that hangover feeling.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
won't be as strong. You know what I'm saying? Because brown sugar doesn't do anything chemical-wise anyway. You're eating it, you're not putting it in your blood, you're not snorting it. So it'd be fine. You'd be completely fine.
I bought drugs on the same cruise in Aruba about
Okay.
weed. And it was just like, you know how it is buying drugs overseas. You don't really like know what you're getting
It's
into.
awful. Oh
So
my God.
anyways, we're doing the doom buggy thing.
Yeah, that's
which
sweet.
I love.
That's fun.
Fun thing. Anyways, we're on one of the things. I smell weed and I make a joke. Young guy, elite tour leader guy. He's like, oh, it's illegal, but no one really cares. If you get caught, they just tell you to throw it out. It's not serious. So, we try to ask some questions around, and eventually some guy's like, all right, this guy's going to meet you at this gas station by the cruise line and like whatever. So we wait like an hour and a bit, and
Good
we're like,
Lord.
and we're at that point where like we're gonna
Island
leave.
time.
Yeah, we're like gonna leave, but then this guy, sketchy guy, young guy, shows up, and he's like, "All right, $10 if you want just weed, or $20 if you want good weed, for a gram." So I was like, "All right, I'll just pay 20 for a gram of good weed. It's on
Which was
vacation."
still shit weed.
And it ended up actually being good weed.
Really?
It was the huge surprise. And we rolled into 2 joints. We technically smuggled across borders because we brought it back on the cruise. Because we brought it, we smoked half of it there, rolled another joint for the next day. So put it in my girl's bra, because you're just going back on the cruise. It's just like a quick little like metal detector thing.
Yeah, women have the best like storage spots.
Yeah. And the next day in like Curacao, we smoked it on the beach, and it was like blessed. Just sitting on the beach. I was like, this vacation's a lot better. You can get high. Like, why aren't these countries like just selling this to tourists?
I mean, like in the
They'd be making
Dominican, weed is illegal, but it's more like because DR is corrupt. If it takes the right cop to find you smoking weed, then you're gonna have a shit day.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But for
They're
the most
gonna
part, they
like
don't really
fucking
care.
make you pay up right then and there.
Like I usually, as soon as I get like to the airport, because I'm smoking the last bit of my weed, I'll smoke a big fat blunt right out front of the airport while I'm waiting to go in.
What do? You just find like random people?
I'm not gonna tell you how I get weed in DR.
But like it's like how most tourists do it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll give up one.
Like no, let's say not say DR. Let's say you're going to a random country. What would you do? Like you're just like talking to random people.
Yeah, I literally will just find someone and be like, yo, where can I find drugs?
Yeah, it usually works.
Right? So when I was in Paris, I did that, and like weed was dog shit, but the fucking hash in Paris, holy fuck, buddy.
Europe's a big hash.
Oh
vibe.
my god, brother, the fucking hash.
How you smoking that?
So I just roll in the paper. What I would do is
So how's that smoke? Because hash usually I battle with.
It
I feel
burns,
like
it burns badly, right? So you just use a lot of tobacco.
so you have to cut it because I don't smoke
It's
tobacco.
not really cutting it. It's just the tobacco is what makes it able to burn.
I
You have to
know.
roll a super thin snake, and then you put the tobacco in it so it burns evenly. It doesn't just fucking fall apart.
I just usually don't smoke tobacco, so I hate to like do it too much.
I mean,
but like if
once
I had
again,
to, I had to.
If you have weed, right? Because at the point I had some weed in the beginning, right? So the best way to break up hash, tells everybody, you take your hash, you put it on a piece of metal, whatever. You stick it. If it's hard or soft, whatever it is, you stick it on there, burn it, let it catch on fire. It'll start. See some smoke rising. Peel it off. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
I got hands where I can handle heat, but you peel it off and you just crumble it into your weed, and it will actually coat your weed. Hash will melt and coat the weed. That's the best way to do it because when you smoke hash and you fucking a little hash piece drops
canoes,
off,
or
burns through
canoes.
your fucking pants, through your leg, through the seat you're sitting in.
I just feel like the joints canoe and shit all the time when I'm smoking hash.
That's what I'm saying. That's the best way to do it is to do that and like break it up into the weed after you've heated it up,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
get the canoeing as much. And once again, also if you find out I have an issue with the canoeing, it's tobacco, bro. But you don't want to smoke
infused weed, like the infused joints.
tobacco. Those always burn like dog shit.
I know. That's why I hate them.
Yeah.
And they always try to, like, at the dispensaries, because I buy legally, because I'm a good tax-paying citizen.
Yeah, okay.
They'll
you're
always
gay.
like try to get you to buy infused. I'm like, nah, like these things suck.
The reason why they try to sell you on the infused shit because they just want to sell you on it because but the process that they use, like infused weed is not really good for you.
No, why?
So,
well,
like-
like it doesn't taste.
Like the keef is
it
fine.
doesn't taste good.
When it's rolled in the keef, it's fine. But like when they're like, oh, it has like distillate and diamonds in it, shit. The distillate shit's not really good for you. The process that they use to get like the I don't even know what they
yellow,
the
that
wax?
yellow wax or
That's
whatever.
just
it
not
is.
good for you. What you want to smoke is resin, hash. Those are like the safest forms of processed marijuana.
Or Eddie, or just eat it. Eating is
Yeah,
probably the
eating is-
safest
eating is-
because you don't have to smoke
you
anything.
don't have to smoke it, yeah. I mean, during COVID, I had this link on edibles. The guy's actually in fucking jail now got fucking huge radar on him. I didn't even know he was a big timer like that. But
He was doing other shit, eh?
he's doing a bunch of fucking shit. A lot of shit.
Fenty, probably all the shit.
Fenty, coke, everything. He had a storage locker.
Meth?
All his drugs. Any and everything. He was a whole everything.
Guns?
Not guns, just drugs.
But just drugs.
Every drug. And edibles galore. When they raided his edible spot, he had like thousands. And
Oh, he had a
thousands.
store, like a
It was a
storefront.
store. It was like he had like he had a storage locker at a place. He's just a dumbass thinking like, I won't keep it in my house. I'll put it in a storage locker so the cops won't follow you there too
Yeah, true.
and see that's in your name. So like he had like the cereals and shit. So I get like the Captain Crunch cereal.
Do you get cereal too?
What do you mean?
Like, do they give cereal in the too?
No, the weed is like coated on the cereal, or I guess like the syrup, whatever they use to make it, right? And brother, the cereal get you fucking high as shit.
But that's too much though, because
Yeah.
I like that shit. Like I want to eat like a nice bowl of cereal, and I don't want to
So
get
you
that
can-
high.
Yeah, but you can do. So you just get the same cereal. So if you get like the Captain Crunch, you get the weed Captain Crunch, then you get your regular Captain Crunch.
and just mix it a little bit.
Because they give you like it's like the mini boxes that are like for children. That's what it comes in.
So you
It's
just
so
sprinkle
strong.
a few in there.
But the whole thing,
Why? Well, how many milligrams? Do you remember?
500.
See, that's a lot. I
It
don't want a
is.
whole thing. I'm not doing 500.
Yeah.
I'll do like 10s throughout in during the day and like do things.
I remember one day I did 2 boxes. I was fucked up.
But
fuck
yeah,
that.
that's just a green out right there.
Yeah, I can't green out. I'm pretty much green at this point.
Yo, yesterday I was greened out. No, in
Yeah.
real life I was painted green. I did
Wow.
this. I got asked to do this thing, and it was unique. It was the 48-hour film festival.
Okay.
So therefore they get like a concept on the Friday, I guess, and they have to like film and edit and put together a film in 48 hours, a short film. It's like 7 minutes or something, 5-7 minutes.
Okay.
So this guy was just like looking for actors because it was like they were trying to put it together quick. So I just jump in and I was like, the
Do
theme
you have
was
your
sci-fi.
actors thing?
No, this was like I guess just some random
Yeah, non-union?
competition. I guess I don't know how it works. Anyways, so I just do it and it's just like run and gun kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did Alien, so they just painted me green because they get like it was sci-fi.
When does it come out?
They'll be done the edit tonight. I guess they have to get it
shit.
done by tonight. I don't know how it works or like how it releases or like
Is it like a contest?
yeah, it's like called 48-hour film festival. It's like global. They do it in a bunch of
Oh
cities.
shit! Oh.
But like it's just anyone submits, I guess. Or I don't know. Some guy was just looking for extras and I told him I was like, just let me say some alien language shit. Let me get a line. No, I was so racist, bro. I was like I was like, let me talk alien. He's like, that sounds like Congo or something. I'm like, yeah, I know.
It's like some tribal African. It's the ex-Hosa people.
And then, so like in this fucking thing, it was supposed to be sci-fi theme, right? So they're trying to figure out, they're like, because they have their main guys doing like progressing the story, and you're just like filler. So like you kind of, but like I'm like, yo, I need to like get in here and there. So they're like, all right, it was like 1v1s. You're getting like you're in a video game and you like get dropped in 1v1 with a weapon. So like people getting like swords, like the machine guns. So this guy gets like a gun and I get a wooden knife. Because I was like, give me the most ridiculous thing. And then I just fucking turn it into a wand and cast a spell on it, on the guy and kill him with a So it's the most stupidest thing. So it's going to be like this whole like serious sci-fi short thing. And
is
I'm
it,
just going to be in it being like.
Is it not scripted? It's like, oh, what's that word?
No,
I'm
they
looking
had it
for?
scripted. But
Okay.
the guy like in the scenes, he's like, oh, fight scene. Like, we can like squeak in. Like,
Tweak a little.
it's
thing.
literally a comic relief randomly in this
Okay.
little fucking thing.
Is
But
it
it was the
meant to be
stupidest
comedic?
thing.
Like all of them.
He's
or is
like,
it just
honestly, because
that's
it's
that one in
because
general?
it's 48 hours, it just you kind of get what you get. He's like, it's gonna end up being Sharknado vibe. So, you know, like they'll be serious, but then you'll just see
I like Meg personally. If we're gonna talk about crazy shark movies,
Meg,
one
the
and two.
Meg. I have an idea for a comedy horror short film or just a movie trailer. I want to call it The White Room, and just because like that's where they have filming, and then I want to be me trapped in a white room, and every time you wake up, there's just like a random like ratchet balloon pop or smash or pass, and you're just trapped in this room. You know how
So
they're
it's like
always
a
in like
white
white
room for white people. and
No,
it's
like just you know the all white rooms where they film like
All those
balloon
random
pops?
content shit.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
You're just like stuck in this white room, and every time you like wake up, is
so
there
it's like
a
Groundhog Day
ratchet-
meets Shade Room.
Yeah, and it's just like it's like a horror. It's just like the most ratchet like balloon pop happening. You're like, no.
As funny as it would be having a white person have to deal with it, I think it's even funnier having a black person deal with it.
like
know what I
one
mean?
that's trying to avoid it.
Like a black person is just like the kind of black that just looks down on all the nonsense, and they're just like tortured by this like just
Ratchet
the bullshit
culture.
ratchet blackness. Like you know what I mean?
But I'm like, what would the ending be to like get out? Like there is no getting out. You'd be like waking up from a dream or something, and like a YouTube video of like a balloon pop is on or something.
Like either he just wakes up at the end of it, he realizes it's all a dream, or like he just has to sacrifice himself to the darkness. He just becomes part.
That's
of,
also like the thing.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then the next
You have to
person
give
ends
in
up
and
getting caught into
participate.
it.
Yeah.
The next person becomes the next person that's caught in the white room.
Yeah, a new person spawns all of a sudden.
It's like Saw or some shit.
Yeah, and it just grows and grows. Maybe that's it. Because I thought I was sitting in this white room. I was like, honestly, like, as like because I was like a horror concept, but it'd be like almost a comedy horror.
Yep.
It'd be like just making fun of that. And I was like, you know, I should actually shoot that. Why not? Even if it's like a little short, like movie
Get it
trailer,
popping.
a movie trailer skit.
I'm trying to get my acting shit up, man.
Let's make something, bro.
Well, the fucking skit we did time ago was funny. We should just do more shit. I'm always down.
We cook up. I gotta come to Ajax though.
Well, not necessarily. You have the ideas. I have a fucking car. I can come out there.
Yeah, I don't mind coming out here.
You got to see your family and shit.
Yeah, no, I
guess.
don't mind you coming out this way either. Hills, we gotta get you in some content, bro. This guy's always behind the scenes. No, we need him out in front. We want people to see the face of the racism. The guy orchestrating it. It's always an Italian guy behind the scenes. This studio is actually like mafia ran, I'm pretty sure.
It is.
You gotta pay your taxes to the fucking goons here,
You're
right?
gonna come over and be like, I want a nickel sold in the park. I want in.
Fucking A.
Dimes.
Yo, what are some of those other ratchet videos? It's Balloon Pop, Smash or Pass.
That's like it. That's it.
No, they have like other dumb ones.
Those are the main two. Then they have the ones that they have with like that YSL Woody guy where they just come in and say yes or no to a random girl or some shit.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
the 20 balloons thing, but just like much
It's
more
always
off.
like, would you fuck them? It always goes down to. Or it'd be like 15 guys, 15 girls, or one guy versus like 30
Have
girls.
you seen one where it's like take drink with your parents and then you have to ask all uncomfortable questions and shit?
I've drinking with my parents,
Well,
and I don't want to know what they have to say. You know,
it'll be shit like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, it'll be like a dad and his daughter, and they'll be like, you know, the first question will be like, when was the first time you sucked dick? You have to ask your daughter that. It's like, oh, okay, that's a crazy question. And then you have to, then if you don't want to answer the question, then you just take a shot, and the parent will take a shot too. That's what the whole game is like. So it's all questions that you don't want to hear from your family.
when's the first time you sucked dick? Is a wild question.
Insane. Insane.
That's like that show. What's that? That Truth or Dare show.
What's the strangest place you ever masturbated in, Kev?
What's the strangest place I've ever masturbated in? Porta potty.
Porta potty?
Yeah, porta potty, bro. What are you guys? No, you guys throw
I
it out
guess it'd
there.
probably just be jail.
How do you JO and jail? What's the jail jerk off etiquette?
I mean, you're not supposed to jerk off when your celly's there. That's kind of the rule. Wait till your celly goes to court and mosh your meat.
So how often they go to court? Like?
Well, if you're there on a pre-custody range, then it's gonna be like at least once a month.
So you jerking off once a month? Or start fucking dudes in
buddy,
jail?
if they're going through trial, then you're jerking off every day for 2 weeks, buddy.
Did you guys ever try fucking the female guards?
A lot of niggas did. A lot of niggas succeeded.
You guys couldn't pull that off, eh?
I just don't really want to because it didn't matter how long I was in jail. Those women were not attractive to me. Like a lot of guys would be like, "Oh, like no, she's bad." I'm like, "You've been here too long."
Yo, I know a nigga that just made the drug counselor get an abortion.
The drug counselor get an abortion?
Drug counselor from the jail.
He made the drug counselor from the jail get an abortion.
God, he was fucking around.
That's wild.
He was her sugar mama, driving him around to do his drug deals.
These bitches are crazy, bro.
Bro,
There was a-
Majority of those girls
drug deals.
involved in that kind of lifestyle, that where they say like, you know, oh, I gotta be anti this, anti that, are doing the complete opposite. Like you'll see bitches like going there and being like, I'm a counselor, and have a boyfriend that kicks their
48-year-old
ass.
woman,
It's like, why?
32-year-old nigga.
I would,
Older white
though.
women do love younger black men, though. That's the thing.
Can't you have marital visits if you're married though?
If you have a girlfriend, you don't have to be married.
So your girl visited
don't.
you when you had conjugal visits?
My girl visited me because I was in jail.
But like they
though,
could
and-
fuck you, I'm saying.
Yeah. In prison, but you don't have to be married. Like,
What's
just
the
be a
difference?
girlfriend.
Prison's like when you're convicted?
No,
And
prison is
jail's
when you
like-
get over 2 years. Jail is when you get under 2 years.
So you never got to have your girl come and fuck you in jail then?
No. I just like see her through the window and she'd be like
Just
wearing
stick
like
your
tight
cock
clothes.
in like a glory hole? So the girls that are going there just slutting themselves up a bit for the mandem?
Like they can to an extent, but like the guards also don't let them wear outrageous shit. Like if a girl's gonna come there in like booty shorts, they'd be like, go put clothes on. Like you know what I mean? Like if she came in booty shorts and wore pants and then got in there and took the pants off and shook ass for you, yeah, you could, but the guards will eventually come in and be like, hey, stop that. 'Cause
Stop
they're cock blockers.
Stop shaking that ass.
I got a word.
You gotta wonder who's visiting you guys in jail?
At the time,
What the fuck is
my
wrong with
girlfriend
these
was
women?
visiting me. My homegirls was visiting me. My side bitch at the time was visiting me.
Yeah. Get hard. Yeah. Yeah. I loved that movie. Get hard. I honestly like. You guys are. It's embarrassing because there was probably a legit period where we coexisted, and you guys were getting more play in jail than I was in the real world.
I was definitely not getting more play in jail. That sounds crazy.
Nah, she's not better looking than my future wife, bro. My future wife is beautiful. Okay.
I don't really know Kat, but like if she puts up with you, she has to be cool.
Honestly, it's just more she's like diabetic and has health issues.
She has low energy. She can't even put up a fight. She's like,
just
Kevin, just
like-
please get me my insulin.
Were you ever like, damn, I can't believe like
Pulled her?
something that could be ending any minute.
No, it wouldn't end any minute. It would be like prolonged. It's more
Yeah,
like
that's
the
gonna be
way she
worse.
dies is like a slow, prolonged.
The slow
Medical
death,
shit.
the slow burn is awful, bro. Instant's
like,
way better.
And when's the etiquette when
That
you
slow
can
burn be
start
killing you too.
when you can start fucking other bitches when your girl's dying? You know, like what's the etiquette on that?
First and foremost,
'Cause
you
you
don't
don't wanna,
wait,
like,
you don't
get
have
a
to wait till your
roster.
bitch is dying. You could just be doing it.
Yeah, like
Why
what
are you
if she's
looking
like
for a reason?
What if she's on her way out and she's like, you can start fucking.
Past them?
But then you like feel
That's
guilty
nasty.
because we're white. White people like can't cheat like you guys. It actually hurts us.
That's crazy. What are you talking about? You guys cheat and then kill your partners after. What the fuck are you
But
talking
that's
about?
when you hate your partner.
White guys be cheating on their partner and then realize that they love their side bitch and then kill their main bitch for their side bitch.
But that's if they despise their partners. I'm in a Save the Last Dance kind of white bitch love.
Live happily ever after.
You know the
you
Save the
can't
Last
be in that
Dance.
kind of love because like I guess she's the POC.
Yeah, she's the
She's the
POC,
black guy
yeah.
doing the fucking
yeah.
that's
Krista loved that movie.
of course she does.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
stupid.
white women,
What was
bro.
that other one with the
Julia
princess?
Stiles. I'm
No,
glad she
what
fell
was
off.
that? What was that princess one where like of
Princess
Zenobia,
Diaries?
where she gets inherited? She doesn't know.
Princess Diaries.
That one was my sister loved that movie.
It's a classic. I love Princess Diaries.
Yeah, it's
too.
a good movie.
1 and 2. That shit slaps.
Is it Anne Hathaway? That's
Yes, it's my baby love. My baby love.
Would you marry Anne Hathaway?
Absolutely. She's the perfect white woman.
Why?
They don't make them any better than her.
Why?
Because she doesn't
You
age.
just pissed off the white woman in
She
here.
doesn't
Now she's
age like a
leaving.
vampire. Like, you know what I mean? Like she just looks so young. Her skin looks so great, and she just has a good energy about her for someone that's in Hollywood. Like, if you know anything about certain people that are in Hollywood, she's one of those people. And what's her other name too? Hillary Duff. She's another person that's like that.
She's thick now, Hilary Duff.
Ooh-wee.
She got some ass on her.
Yeah, she's getting bareback shots. Oh.
What time are we at here, Hills?
No say when you say it. I don't know.
What Hills? What time are we at? Cause I gotta fucking get to
We're at 50 minutes basically.
50 minutes. How can you tell?
Because I can look at the timer at the top. It says.
No, I gotta go to a Filipino restaurant tonight.
Do you?
I gotta fill it for my girl's brother's birthday.
Unfortunately, Filipino food's not that great.
It's not very
It's the
deep
worst.
fried.
It's the worst Asian
I've
food.
been saying that Filipino
Yeah.
is the worst of the Asian foods.
For me, it's always gonna be Chinese, whether you have Americanized or actual traditional Chinese. I'm a big sushi man's.
Yeah.
And Thai.
Thai's huge,
Yeah,
Vietnamese. But yo, yeah, Filipino's the worst Asian food for sure.
By far,
How can you tell where the time's at, Hills?
it's at the top.
No, just curious. I gotta get some Filipino food. And I'm gonna go to this Filipino restaurant. They're gonna be like, "Do you want to donate to the victims of the fucking Luau parade?" And I'm gonna be like, "I'm broke, but
Oh,
here's
you know,
a dollar."
Wasn't there another Filipino that did that?
Yeah,
So why would I care?
buddy, you had a Filipino.
If you're gonna donate
restaurant.
to that shit, it might as well be like you guys be victims of a crime of like a hate crime. It's just one
Yo,
Filipino guy mad at
before-
other Filipinos. Like,
Before
that
we
should be
wrap this
happening.
up, that white girl who called a black kid at the park the N-word and then has a GoFundMe
And that's
raised over
600K?
$600K
Once again, it just
to
shows you the power.
protect her.
It's over $1 million now.
It shows you how much support there is for racism.
Well, just
But,
show.
but
I
honestly,
hear-
from what I've heard of the situation, like that little black kid was stealing shit from her bag and shit. But it's just crazy to call a child a nigger.
the people
That's
that-
just a crazy
But
thing.
those people that are donating to the girl that called this kid the N-word, I realize that's my target fan base.
It is. Absolutely.
As a white guy who does his hair braids, those are the guys who are gonna come out and buy tickets for a guy like me.
I feel like also everybody that donated money should also be on a CIA watch list. Because like Why would, out of all things you could donate money to, that's the cause we decided?
What's the
I'm gonna toss
difference
some
between
money?
donating that, the Republican Party? What's the difference? Was she hot?
No.
That's his question. It's a big difference. A hot chick calling you that word?
No,
Yeah, it does make a difference.
No, she's a mom. She's a mom at the
How
fucking
hard
park.
does a fat, ugly chick saying the N-word than a hot white chick saying the N-word? I feel like
I
the
wouldn't
hot chick,
care.
you give a bit of leeway. There's a bit of leeway.
I think the fat bitch just gets torched because she's fat. We'll just be like, yo, you're fat. Like, I don't give a fuck.
The hot bitch, like,
Calling
fuck
a
you.
fat woman fat is worse than calling a black man the N-word. For them. Because most, like, me personally, the black man, like, I don't care. If you call me the N-word, I'm only reacting because I know I have the right to react and no one's going to give me shit.
And the hot,
Yes, but the N-word means nothing to me.
I'm not hurt by it.
Yes.
the hot chick, the really hot chick that's saying it to you guys, you're like, she might fuck might fuck us though.
Buddy,
So
I've been
there's
called
a bit
the
of a
N-word
turn on.
by hot chicks plenty of times. Actually, more women have called me the N-word in my adult life than men.
Is it usually during sex?
No, absolutely not. Ugh, brother, ugh. First of all, how the bitch talking when I'm choking her?
You're a choker. I usually like to do blackface.
It's
and
lynching,
get my girl to
basically.
call me the N-word while we have sex. It's like
I choked them
my
because it's
thing.
reverse lynching because I sleep with white women, right? So I'm just like,
You choke them, eh?
not
I
always,
feel
just
like you
sometimes.
let them call you the N-word.
No, it's not my thing. I'm just not into it. I don't like race play.
No, you like
I fuck white women, but I'm not like, oh, put on your clan hood, baby.
you like political play. Vote conservative. Vote
take
conservative.
this conservative dude.
She's like, I'm voting PA. I'm
I'm
voting
finna
PA.
liberate that pussy.
Fuck Mark Carney.
I'm Mark Cumming.
All right, let's get off this.
That's getting crazy.
Follow me at CringeKev.
Follow me at K-Trey. I make music too sometimes.
You just dropped? Leave It Alone
I
part
just dropped
two?
them?
Part
I
two?
dropped? Yeah, I
Leave
did
It Alone
drop
part
still.
2?
I dropped the video. It's out. Stream it. Watch the video. Audio's out.
Drop. All right.
Exactly.
Thanks for watching. We out. Like, subscribe.
Peace.